Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. We're going for win 70. It's been a few days since I last played Isaac. I had, a small backlog, and I wasn't happy with my play recently, so I thought maybe a couple of days off could be a good thing. Refresh, come back with a newfound appreciation for the fundamentals. CLB7YR4M is our seed, and all of my best laid plans have immediately fallen by the wayside. Well, I mean, I think I'm for this because Golden Teleporter can give us some good stuff, but also, we can still, that was a little bit tight there, we can still reroll Kamikaze and turn it into hopefully a passive item that offers some kind of usefulness or a really good active item to replace Golden Teleporter, but I say all of my best laid plans have fallen by the wayside here because we have Missing No. So, with Missing No, we'll reroll every single floor, or we'll reroll our run every single floor, which is damaging for us because if we get... It's tough to draw the balance here in a way that makes sense, is what I'm trying to get at through a roundabout fashion. What that means to me is, the more items we have, the more likely we are to get a shit item. However, the later we get a shit item like Isaac's Heart, the easier it is to deal with, I think. We're probably going to get hit here, but I can always teleport out if it looks too bad. I think I'm just gonna sneak out there, yeah. So if we get Isaac's Heart, like, on the next floor and we rerolled our other items into things that don't really give us much of an advantage, I would be scared. And we'll never truly feel safe on this run until it's over as a result of that Missing No. But, Missing No, it doesn't tend to have, like an 80% chance of killing us. And the good news is, if you got a shit run, once you get through that floor, that shit run is over with. However, it can be a little tricky to get past that point depending on when you get it. Like, we've had Missing No's that have been pretty deleterious for us in the early games. So the odds are lower than on an average streaky run for us, I'd say right now. But that's a roundabout way to describe this. Okay, you know what? I didn't realize it would just teleport us directly into the same room, but that makes sense. At least it did save us from damage and then promptly cost us damage again. But that was my fault for where I placed ourselves there. Just gonna take it slow. Power Pill is actually really good. If I'd known that we could have saved that for the boss, I would have been happy. Half a red heart. Kind of a shit draw right off the bat here, I gotta be honest. We're half a spirit heart down. It doesn't seem like we're gonna get a likely chance to bomb our donation machine, and by donation machine I mean our reroll machine. Please just locomote backwards into the fire and end your own life. Stop blowing up the fire. I really need those fires to be there because I'm not super thrilled with my DPS right now. But starting on the next floor, we're gonna have a brand new run anyway. So actually, the items that I would desire the most right now from the boss, anything that gives us consumables, because consumables are static. We'll get the item, and then we'll get the consumables, and then the consumables will stick as the item rerolls. So we're getting a benefit, even if it rerolls into something crappy. And beyond that, I believe HP is static as well. We can go up in HP, but I don't think we can go down. Beyond that, anything that contributes to a transformation. And Mom's Underwear does, although it's not a good transformation, it contributes to transformation in some degree. Honestly, we've come down to floor 2, and it looks fine. Like, this first reroll seems pretty good. We've got the Pisces. I was going to say the Cancer item. That's why I'm saying the Pisces item as opposed to the Pisces trinket, which is something that does not even exist. Our tiers are larger, which is relatively inconsequential, but our rate of fire is also slightly increased. So, for this floor, we're fine. We're trying to stack up another item, of course. And again, any item that gives us HP, any item that gives us consumables is chief amongst it. But really, like, Spirit Hearts are a big deal for us right now as well, because those are going to be static. And when I say static, I don't mean they don't, change. I just mean that they don't change when we get a reroll. They don't change between runs. Probably could have done this in such a way that we didn't have to use a bomb, but that's good. Small Rock is not a Spirit Heart, but, I'm happy that we at least got it for this floor. You never know what kind of boss you might end up running into, and a +1 damage upgrade is no joke. I think that will be re-rolled, though. Again, it's a weird kind of, like, value proposition to have to deal with. The more items you get, the more chances you get to re-roll into something bad, but the more chances you get to re-roll into something good, and the more chances that you have something good to buffer something bad. So it's not as much of a catastrophe. You know, if you get Isaac's Heart, but you also have, you know, Gnawed Leaf or something like that, then you're relatively safe. Relative to not having Gnawed Leaf, at least. Or does Gnawed Leaf even have... You know what I'm getting at. You get what I'm getting at. We'll use a bomb, even though Tinted Rocks are pretty valuable. You know, we could have used Temperance there instead. That would have been interesting. I'm actually happy to have Forever Alone. Again, not only good for this floor, but also contributes to the Beelzebub transformation even after a reroll. So that's pretty big. This room kinda sucks. And that was probably, like, one of the smartest dodges I've ever made. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, because it almost worked out in a negative fashion for us, but instead it worked out in a positive fashion, even though I had probably lost... I'm not going to say that that dodge took, like, you know, a day off my life, but it might have taken, like, 8 or 9 minutes off my life. So, when I'm on my deathbed, hopefully as a 400-year-old man, thanks to advances in modern medicine, I'll be like, I wish I hadn't done that, but... For now, I'm fine with it. I think it does pay to be intelligent here. It doesn't always pay to be intelligent. Not that I would know. But I think it pays to be intelligent in this situation. We could buy Spirit Hearts from the shop, possibly. We could get a Spirit Heart from the poops themselves, possibly, although it's fairly unlikely. Alright, let's go through with our boss fight here. Fistula is actually pretty dangerous early on. Because each one of the fistula parts, for lack of a better term, does 1 full heart of damage. And I've not really done a great job of crowd control. Oh my god, I think the fly saved us from taking a full Spirit Heart loss there. Yeah, this is a haphazard fight. It's not even over yet, but we found ourselves maybe in a little bit of a troubling time there, but that's okay. We get HP, caffeine pill. Is what I meant to say, of course. And then... You gotta go for the 2-heart deal here, I think. Abaddon. Wonderful! And then I'll take the other one. Headless Baby. Not very good at all, but it gets rerolled, so who cares? We get Addicted, which is not that bad. We do want to explore because we have Golden Teleporter. So at the very least, Golden Teleporter is worth a secret room. But if we get some bombs and we find our way into the secret rooms, or we get battery charges and find our ways into the secret rooms, we should be able to get a free item from, or at least a chance at a free item from an error room. So, I think that we're pretty much doing what we're supposed to do here. Now the question becomes, is it worth spending a key to go to the secret room? Because that's what Golden Teleporter is going to get us, but in order to get the secret room, we have to first go to the shop by spending a key, and we know we're not going to be able to buy anything. Unless there's, you know, a penny here. Or a nickel, which is also pretty good. But I think we're not going to buy anything. We're going to save our money for the next floor. We're going to teleport into the second secret room that gave us HP, and then we're going to leave. I'd say this worked out pretty well. We leveraged our advantages really well there. I'm pleased with our play. Abaddon does give us some Spirit Hearts. Those will remain. And, ooh, this is a little dangerous. We got Bloody Lust, which is great. Toxic Shock, which is really good. Eve's Mascara, which is terrible. But Eve's Mascara probably fits in the category of, like, you know, one of the... Oh, we have 32 cents as well. Eve's Mascara probably does fit in the category of, like, one of the, you know, 10 or 12 items that you really don't want to see on a reroll. So to have that show up right now is, I think, fine. Because we also have Bloody Lust to back it up. I would say that this happening so early probably does make it, well, very unlikely we're going to make it to boss rush, but so be it, right? Who cares? I will also say that let's leverage everything that we got going for us right now. I think we do it like this. First off, let's go shoot the fires here. Oh, you idiot! But still, Bloody Lust. Okay. What I'm thinking here is, you know what? We don't even need to put Temperance down here because we can just get 2 plays off of this guy. Yeah, there you go. So we're just trying to maximize our damage as much as possible because our rate of fire is, like, hot shit. Lots of good value, actually, out of Toxic Shock, though. Getting that poison when enemies die is huge. That creep is doing, like, all the work for me right now. So let's go take Judgment. And we're hopeful that it's an HP Judgment, but if it's a Demon Judgment, that's also fine. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, in the end, this is bad, but it could be worse. It would have been worse if I didn't leave, like, immediately. So, now we have, if we get a bunch of red hearts, we have a good thing to do with them. We have Judas' Shadow right now. I just noticed that. So that's potentially something we may want to consider depending on how our HP looks on this floor. We could also get a lot of plays on the Demon Judgments with that. So, yeah, we may want to deliberately die and then come back with Judas' Shadow, but obviously it's something that's a little finicky on a run like this. You know, it's a 7-cent chance at a new item. Why not? I'm thinking our boss fight's gonna be fine here. I got a sneeze coming up. I'll fight a boss and sneeze. I don't give a shit. I'm just badass like that. I don't even mind fighting a boss while I have seasonal allergies because I'm like a Norse warrior. Okay, so we get Mom's Lipstick, which contributes to the transformation, of course. Not that the Mom transformation is worth much, but it can be. Joker? 2 of diamonds. I'll just pop that right now. I imagine I'll probably be not donating much on this run because it's... I mean, this run's a little fucky, right? And we're actually not that slow right now, either. We are going to be losing some good items in our next reroll, though. Like, Tough Love is good. We should... That's how it works, right? Like, if we respawn as Judas, or as Dark Judas, we get that double damage to carry with us, like, forever. I'm hopeful that's the case, at least. If so, we should do it. Especially because we can buy another Spirit Heart here. And I'm hopeful that we can get something out of these Demon Judgments that could also spell my own doom. We should look for an error room as well. Like, that seems doable in our present situation. I'm not gonna say that with 100% certainty this is how things are gonna work, but I will say that for right now, it seems like this floor could dictate whether or not we succeed on this run overall. So we can get into our curse room for free here. This seems like the most important floor of the run, I guess is what I'm getting at, because there's a lot of opportunities to make big swings here. I'm going to take a guppy item, but I'm not going to hold it. I'm just going to get rid of it, and I'm going to say thank you for that, but I appreciate having Golden Teleporter right now. Now, we have 1 life. It is Judas' Shadow. I just want to check that for sure, because I am going to be, you know, kind of making some decisions that could put us in a dangerous spot here. But we don't have much more HP than we will when we come back as Judas' Shadow. What I mean by that... Oh... At least we got a payout. That takes us closer to spawn. I think we'll go get some more red hearts just on the off chance that this works out for us. That's actually really good. If we can get 2 syringes paid out, that would be incredible. I doubt it'll happen, but it could. And then we want to find our second secret room. We want to get in there. That's fine. Now, the real piss-off would be if I went to 2 HP, and then we were on the next floor, and we're just like, by the way, you've got Isaac's Heart, and you're really slow, and you've got Ipecac, or something like that. Then I'd be like, oh, thank God I got all those items that could reroll into things that could fuck me until I died. We don't really care about Red Patch. I know this is a little laborious right now, but I think this is the kind of Isaac run that people like to see. It's a run that is, oh, we can't get this. We can't get those red hearts, yeah. It's a run that is, it's in question. Let's put it that way. Now, we will die, and hopefully this Demon Judgment will pay out. No, that's okay. We respawn. We're not going to play the Demon Judgment, although it is tempting, I'll admit. It's idiotic, but tempting. Now, with 1 bomb, where do you look for a secret room? I think you go to... Well, first you go to the shop and buy this. Oh, we have a battery charge as well. So actually, we're probably going to get a deal with the devil, but we could get an error room if this is our secret room, which it is. HP, very, very valuable, by the way. And then, we didn't get a deal with the devil on this floor. Right, so this first one is going to be a deal with the devil. And it's going to be a Krampus fight. And our damage is incredible. And Lump of Coal is actually, it's fine for now. And then this is our error room. And we get, Satanic Bible, which I'll use. And Dead Onion, which lowers our shot speed, but I'm going to use it nonetheless. And then I'm gonna stick with Golden Teleporter. You know why? It's because I'm an idiot. This is not rerolling these things. Are you noticing that? It's not rerolling these things. Well, that was a waste of money. That's okay. Let's stick with Golden Teleporter is an engine that I like. Now, we got a transformation. It's the mom transformation. We knew that was going to happen. At some point. Rate of Fire seems really good. We got Libra now, which might be a persistent effect. That may stick with us. But this run, at least for now, seems good. It seems fine. Like, I have nothing to fear, except fear itself. So what, after going through a little bit of a stressful floor that I think provided us with a pretty big advantage, what's my dream for this floor? Well, picking up a bunch of consumables is really nice, but, stacking up as many Spirit Hearts as possible so that on future floors we're safe. That's something that I think is going to be really good for us. We must have... Yeah, we do have PhD. Because we're able to see what these pills do for us. Rune Bag. You know, the runes are static. So if we can at least get like a Yera rune or a Perthro rune soon, then that would be good. And I'm actually, dare I say, a little bit proud of my thinking, my critical thinking at least, on the last floor. You know, it's almost like you always hear about these geniuses. And you're always like, you know, Archimedes posited that the world was round. And you're like, wow, how dumb was everybody else in ancient Greece? Of course the world's round, you idiots. We learned about that in 4th grade. But then you gotta think, like, when you're actually in ancient Greece, and everyone's like, the world is obviously flat, we're walking on it right now. You'd be like, yeah, of course. We hold these truths to be self-evident, right? Archimedes took a great leap of faith. I don't know, by the way, if Archimedes figured out that the world is round. I'm just using him as a shorthand for smart Greek man. Blank rune. We'll hold. And that's kind of how that last floor looked to me. Now, like, if you're watching it, and a lot of people probably did see, like, the plays to be made in the moment. I'm not disputing that, but if you're watching it, you're like, yeah, of course you made the obvious decision there to pop a judgment that became a second demon judgment, double down on those demon judgments, kill yourself, come back as Dark Judas, buy a Spirit. It's the obvious path to success, Northern Lion. But in the moment, you know, when you actually have to pull the trigger on that, you're the one who has to deal with the consequences as well. So it is, it's a little stressful, you know, and I feel vindicated knowing now that we made the right decision. Wow, that was a great shot. And then I got hit by it twice, which is indisputably stupid on my part. We'll use the Joker. This also helps us get an error room in the future. And picking up 9 lives actually makes me feel 100 times better about this run. We lose 1 HP, which is inconsequential probably. And instead, we get the ability to die 9 times. Okay, so we got Alges out of Alges. Degas! That's the ticket right there. And we can hold Alges, and I think it makes the most sense to hold Alges. So we're going to explore the entirety of the floor. I hope that Afterbirth Plus has more items like this. Like Golden Teleporter, I really like because it gives you a genuine incentive to play every room and not just speed through floors without making it just super easy. Like, it's not a foregone conclusion that if we play, if we get all the air rooms out of Golden Teleporter, we're gonna win the run with, like, Brimstone or something. Like, the run is still, you know, not guaranteed, especially with Missing No, but it gives us a good reason to do what we're doing here. Okay, well, we'll get maybe... Oh, yeah, of course, you know, Addicted, the good pill that PhD gives you. Fantastic. Pretty stoked about that. Hey, you know what's a really good pill? One that causes you to take double damage. I agree. Hopefully we find, like, Dark Bum or something. Ooh, that was close. I know that sounds... I mean, we could find Dark Bum in our item room. It's unlikely, but, you know, there's red hearts we could take advantage of, and, again, we still could use some spirit hearts. We'll buy Steam Sale. We'll buy stopwatch. It's going to get rerolled anyway. Oh, let's break it down. Okay. We do need a second secret room or a battery charge. We were just on the shop, but I don't remember if there's a battery charge. There's a battery charge right there. So just don't let these guys blow up all the rocks. And we will, or we should be in a good spot then, because we've already been to the deal with the devil. Don't really care about the blood bank too much. There is a chance that it'll pay out with the blood bag, and I'd like it, but it's not that important. So we had a great reroll on this run. I'm worried about the next run, but we don't have too much control over that, strictly speaking. So we found our second secret room. Now we will go get our battery charge and go to the error room, and, you know, we're way behind schedule. We're like 5 minutes behind schedule, but it's for a good cause. You know, this run, count your pennies, cross your P's and your Q's. I know that makes no sense. You get the idea, though. Okay, this would be awesome if it was a guppy item. It was like the inverse of a guppy item. Multiple bombs. But we do get synth oil, which at the very least contributes to spun, and spun is now complete. Infested gives us some fuel for the next floor. I think we blow this dude up just to see. Don't take that out of context. I think we blow this dude. Northern Lion 2016. Hilarious! Okay. We don't see our HP. That scares me. Do we have soy milk or just an extremely fast rate of fire? Or is... Oh, actually, we're fine. I'm always... you get a little anxious when you see that you have Curse of the Unknown. And then... you're like, oh shit, why are we firing so quickly? That seems dangerous. But it's not that dangerous once you see how quickly we dispatch an enemy. So, Tech 2 is really bad most of the time. But in this situation, I think it's okay. I do worry, though, we might have Dunce Cap. I'm actually not sure. Did we get conjoined when we came down to this floor? Is that what happened? I might have missed it, but I think maybe we have Dunce Cap. By the way, don't expect us to... Actually, you know what? I was going to say don't expect us to use Golden Teleporter this floor, but I don't see a good reason not to use Golden Teleporter on this floor. I guess I thought because we have Curse of the Unknown, we have a good excuse not to use it because it could be slightly riskier, but... as long as we can see our map. Like, the valid excuse for not using Golden Teleporter is not being able to see your map, in my opinion. So as long as we just don't take much damage... no damage is unrealistic. As long as we don't take much damage, I think I'll be pretty pleased with where we're at here. Emperor is good. We probably save it. We're not going to be doing boss rush, so if we can save this and get through, like, one of the womb floors or the cathedral, that's sweet. Remember, we got 9 lives, so that's the first thing that means that we shouldn't be too concerned here. And I'm trying to avoid the use of the word anxious as much as possible, because when I say anxious, people go, oh, why do you pronounce it like that? And I go, oh, well, you know, people from different countries pronounce words differently. Just because you're from the United States of America doesn't make your pronunciation of the English language 100%, you know, canonical. And they go, yeah, well, how about go fuck yourself? And I say, well, that's just rude. You know, we're all human beings here. We're all composed of 23 chromosomes. 23 pairs of chromosomes, sorry. Why we gotta treat each other like that? Because of the place of our births. Seems arbitrarily silly to me. Okay, Luckfoot. Contributes, of course, to the Quentin Tarantino transformation. Which allows you to write bitchin' dialogue. I know, you know, some people these days, not that he's a much maligned director, but some people these days aren't huge fans of Quentin Tarantino. They're always like, you know, I don't like The Hateful Eight that much, but at least it's better than Death Proof. And I'm like, yo, I thought The Hateful Eight was pretty good, and I really like Death Proof. Maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about, but how can you hate on Kurt Russell, man? He's one of the, probably the top 80 coolest old men on planet Earth. He's not that old. I mean, he's like, you know, in his early 60s, maybe. This is where Isaac episodes go after you reach a certain point of relative safety. How old is Kurt Russell? How old is Kurt Russell? He's 65. You know what? I thought early 60s. I'd say he's doing pretty well for himself then. Yeah, we'll go fight the boss. It's not the mom fight yet. We're going to be like... Hush is not going to be plausible on this fight. Not because of HP for once, but rather because of the fact that we're just not going to make it in time. I will say, though, now that we've gotten spun, I'm actually happy that this floor is going to be over soon, because Tech 2 is a 30 or a 1/3 damage reduction. Ooh, lucky dodge. So to be able to have that awesome damage upgrade from Spun, and then also not have the damage reduction from Glitter Bomb, or not Glitter Bombs, from Tech 2 is going to be awesome. So we're going to take HP. We now have at least 2 red hearts. We're not going to play the Demon Judgment, though. It's too dicey. We'll take Cambion Conception. I'm not going to take Brother Bobby, even though it'll get rerolled. And the reasoning is, with Curse of the Unknown, I just like to hedge our bets at least a little bit. Will you allow me to hedge my bets a little bit? Even if we have 9 lives, I don't want to have to respawn with 1 HP if it's not in our best interest. Okay, there's our second secret room. That's important. And we have found our deal with the devil. So we're pretty much guaranteed to get our error room here. This one, it's a little by the numbers, but it's by the numbers in a way that I think you have to appreciate from an absurdity standpoint, right? Like, we are just filling in the things we need to do to win this run, but that's a little bold when the run is Missing No and Golden Teleporter, right? Like, we're doing the exact things we need to do to survive, and I'm actually pleased with that because it's a very non-traditional run, you know, it's unusual. Okay, so now we can start teleporting. Straight to the error room, Guppy transformation, probably a win, and I think there's almost no way you can say that we don't deserve this one. We played this one really, really well. Probably took a little damage we didn't have to take, but on a cerebral level, we made the right decisions. We get our Guppy transformations, and we'll head down to the next floor feeling good. We got Spun, we got Mom, we got Guppy. Those will stay with us. Now we have Conjoined, which could actually be dangerous. We don't have Ipecac. We do have Lusty Blood. We're quite slow, which might mean that we have Taurus. Our damage is exceptional. This run is going to be fine. This roll, at least. There is still the chance that we fudge it up by getting, like, the worst possible permutation of items at our disposal. You know, Isaac's Heart, Ipecac, and then, you know, really slow, and we can't move out of the way of things, and this will be bad. But for right now, ooh, Bomber Boy's a little dicey, but also a good opportunity to maybe get Magic Mush. Or nothing. Those are the alternatives, I suppose. But yeah, like, we could always... With Missing No, it's never guaranteed. We got Rubber Cement now, I think, too. But with Missing No, it's never guaranteed, but it's probably pretty set that we're good here. We got a lot of things that don't get changed on each reroll, so I think that we're less anxious than we otherwise would be at this point on our run. So we're just going to grab... well, okay, we're not going to be able to get into our mob trap room until we teleport, but there's enough battery charges that we might have a chance, especially if we get a deal with the devil naturally. And again, this run, you know, we're not about speed right now. Like, if we were about speed, we already fucked it up. We've got no chance to do boss rush. We've got probably no chance to do hush. So at this point, just enjoy yourself. Enjoy the absurdity of a Golden Teleporter Missing No run. This is a cool one for a milestone. 70 wins, man. I'm trying, like, not to get too in my head about it, but 70 wins in a row is large. Prior to this, I think I had, like, 2 major streaks, and one of them was, like... We'll take the map, and we'll take this. Sure, 2 of spades is good. One of them was, like, 120-something, or 115, and then one of them was, like, 24. So... We're striking out. We're pretty much like halfway in between those right now, or from an arithmetic standpoint. So I'm really happy, actually. I think this is good. It's the most confident I've felt in my Isaac play in about a year, probably. It's not to say we've been playing bad for a year, but you know, it's the most confident I've felt since the release of Afterbirth. Release of Afterbirth is also a sentence you should not have to say unless you're a physician. Okay, this is really good. If it's a Yera in here, I'll probably take that over Emperor. The Gaz is like the best single-use rune. Ansus doesn't do much for us. Perthro is good. Hagalaz is good. The Gaz, best single-use rune. But do you take Perthro or do you take Emperor? I think considering that we already have the good transformations, We take Emperor, because the shit's gonna get rerolled anyway. So if there wasn't a battery charge on our shop, we won't be able to get all the rooms on this floor. First, we go into this room, and we'll fight it, because I think we need to fight it to teleport to a different room next. Then we should get the deal with the devil. I'm not gonna be mad about getting a deal with the devil, but it is fair to say that that's not what I'm hopeful for. Don't give me a deal, that's what I'm here for. This is the, like, laziest Thunder Road impression of all time. And you're scared, you're that maybe we ain't that young anymore. I swear to you, one time when I was in Korea, we went to karaoke, and we'll take this. I sang Bruce Springsteen's, ooh. Sure, a 5-cent key or a 3 cents. I mean, I guess I'll take a 5-cent key. I sang Bruce Willis's Born to Run. No, Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run, and I nailed it. And everyone was like, "I swear to you." Everyone was like, "That was really good." And then never since that moment have I ever been able to cobble together a Bruce Springsteen impression that is anything other than broad notes. And you let me in, I'm going. It's like one day I nailed it. And then it was lost forever. But at least, you know, not everybody even gets one day. So I guess I should be happy with what I had. This is a joke. And I mean that, like, not in a necessarily braggadocious way. Did I actually just say that? But at the very least, this floor is going to be over in like a second and a half. Maybe a deal with the devil. At this point, I'm not too concerned with the idea of using Golden Teleporter. I'm mostly concerned with racing to the finish to some extent. Now this is dicey. We've got Fire Mind, and we're very slow. I mean, we already have basically unlimited bombs, but like we're very, very slow. And you know what? This is actually what the Emperor card was made for. So we'll use that. Now I hope you'll forgive me for this. We cannot fight Hush. And the reasoning is, sure, we got 11 HP, where's your balls? But if we fight Hush and we get, I think it's worth 1 HP to see what this will reroll into at least, but if we fight Hush and we get a shitty run, we could accidentally lose the run, basically. We just get like a god-awful run. So unfortunately, there's nothing that would really make me feel like we should do that. And if this was what if this is what the run would have been, then obviously we should have done it. But there's no way to know that in advance. We've got like some weird Monstro's Lung, Loki's Horns bullshit going on here, where I don't know. We fire like 70 bombs simultaneously. Oh, we definitely want that. And each one of them does a metric fuck ton of damage. Not to mention we have all these spiders. Like, do we have Infestation 2? We may have Infestation 2 as well. And who would have thought this run would actually come together and go extremely fast? But, you know, this is like a total, baby, I'm worth it. You know what? If our run is great on the next floor, I'll make it up to you guys by fighting Mega Satan. But we basically got out of the Mom fight at like 27 minutes, and now we're on the Mega Satan fight. That is kind of silly, but I love it. Curse of Darkness. Okay, we have Marked and Ipecac. So, fair to say, we're not gonna fight, Mega Satan right away. Or maybe at all. Just run, just run. Okay, we need to think of... No, we actually have, like, Cricket's body on this as well. Get me out of here! Take me to the boss fight! I can see the boss fight. I can see the boss fight. Algiz! It's huge. We have the win. We still have the win. We may not have the win. Holy shit. Well, pop Algiz right now and then hope for an item of the century. We kill rooms so quickly. Did we do it? Does it count? I actually cannot defend myself in this situation. I can't even walk straight? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Okay, okay, okay. Did you have to do me like this? What do I think the secret is here? We could try to teleport. I'm at peace. If we have to lose the run as a result of this, we have to lose the run as a result of this. At least I went down on my own terms. However... Ooh, that's not where I want to be. I have to say, I'm a little bummed out as well. It seems impossible for me to not die. Like, I just die immediately upon entering a room. No. Where there's a will, there's a way. We only shoot in front of us. Which is, of course, fairly sensible. So I need to think about this. First off, I think we teleport. But then, point away from yourself. If we stand in the corner, we actually seem relatively safe. However, we have been to this room. I don't know how we walk at this point. Like, what if I turn it to the right slightly, will I hit myself? I need to get away from this wall. Oh, what? I think it shoots. I'm dead. That's it. I mean, honestly, sure, 69 wins. It's the right place for a streak to end. It's the right way for a streak to end. And if you're gonna be mad at me, I would like to remind you, how the fuck am I supposed to plan for a missing no cataclysmic we can't do anything reroll at the very end? The one way we get out of that, we save the Emperor card, pop it immediately, and then go to the boss fight with 12 HP. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the run. Hope you enjoyed the streak. We'll be started with, I don't know, maybe we can do random runs after this. But for now, thanks for watching. I actually am not salty. When we lost like our 30 streak or 40 streak, and it was because of me not popping the Chariot card, I was salty. This, missing no fucked us. We were doomed from the, I'd never even have a choice. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. I've said a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.